Hi, in this segment we're going to talk about liquidity as it relates to fixed index annuities, because a lot of people have the pushback going, well, wait a second, I don't want to lock my money up in one of these fixed index annuities. I've listened to your talk about how they're much better than bonds in this low interest rate environment, and I agree with you, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't want to tie it up, and I'm really concerned about that, as well as being concerned about the stock market. What can you tell me about that? Well, basically, we might get a client, let's say they had a portfolio and they came to us and it was all in the market. Maybe it was their 401k, it's all in stocks and bonds, and we know both stocks and bonds can go down in value, especially bonds if rates go up. So 100%, however, of their portfolio right now could go up in value, assuming rates drop, which is quite the stretch. None of it's secure from loss. It's 100% liquid. And very little of it is designed for lifetime cash flow. There'll be a little bit in the bonds, so let's call it some of it. But afterwards, let's say that you decided to put 40% in, instead of being into bonds, we decided to put it into the fixed index annuities for investment sake. And they're going, I don't know about that. And let's say they started with $1 million. Well, after they did that, how much of their portfolio could grow if they had the stock market and the fixed index annuity? Well, again, all of it. How much of it could never go down in value? Oh, 40%. How much is liquid? We'll come back to that. How much is providing lifetime cash flow? Well, the fixed index annuity obviously can, and maybe the other half is in that. So we might go about 47% is providing cash flow. Liquidity, though, liquidity goes down. How much? Well, you got the 10% free withdrawal every year. So you got 60% in the markets, 40% the index annuity, meaning that you can take another 4% of your overall portfolio, 10% of 40. And so that would be 64%. So you see, my liquidity went down. That's right, sir. In your retirement, in any 1 year, all you can access is $640K. So if you wanted to buy his and hers Maseratis but had bought the fixed index annuity, I could look at this and say, yep, you can do that. Now if you wanted to buy them for the whole family and spend all $1 million in 1 year, I'd have to apologize for putting you in that fixed index annuity. So as you can see, if you take care and make sure that you're looking at all the aspects, including liquidity, of any mix of fixed index annuities, stocks and bonds and other things, you can see that you probably don't need 100% in this when you can trade it for something like security and cash flow. I think those are a little more market, and 60% into the bond market. And that's how we're going to keep your portfolio from being too volatile and have it properly diversified. And you might be looking at this going, wait a second, let me understand this. I know what stocks are, but this 60% in bonds, aren't rates at an all-time low? Yes, sir, they are. Well, what kind of bonds are you investing me in? Oh, that's easy. We're going to put you into intermediate term bonds. We don't want long-term bonds because they have a lot of interest rate risk. And the short-term bonds don't pay anything. So this is the sweet spot. You go, okay, well, what kind of intermediate-term bonds do you have in there? Oh, primarily government. What's a government intermediate-term bond paying these days? Oh, 1.4%. What's your fee, Merrill? Oh, yeah, our fee is 1.5%. Say, whoa, well, aren't rates really low right now? Yes, sir, they're very low. So if rates stay the same, what should I expect? Oh, you should expect a small loss with us on 60% of your retirement portfolio. Well, with rates an all-time low, aren't they likely to go up? Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Well, what happens to my portfolio when rates go up? Oh, well then this loss gets much higher. And so instead of 1.1, it might be 2.1 or 5.1 or more as a loss. And you go, wait a second. So your plan, if we successfully execute it, is I'll either lose a little bit or a lot every year on most of my retirement portfolio after paying your fee. You say, yep, that's our plan. Well, that's old school thinking. I don't think I have to take that example any further. I think I got you so far. Maybe I have your attention. So what can we do instead? Well, for the non-volatile part of our portfolio, we can do cash, which pays that. We can do CDs, which are very illiquid, which pay roughly that. Or we can do a fixed annuity, which pays roughly that. And all of these are less than inflation. So what else do we have? Oh, there's something called a fixed indexed annuity with an investment goal, and the different kinds of investment fixed index annuities. There are some that are designed for maximum cash flow, but some just designed for maximum investment returns. And so let's say that we had a $1 million portfolio, and this person wanted to have 40% in the market and 60% secure. And let's just rule out the income fixed index annuities for argument's sake. So we got 40% in the market, 60% they were going to put in bonds, but they listened to this speech and they decided, no, I want the fixed index annuities. Well, 600,000, let's say it earned on average, and this is my disclaimer, we don't know what fixed index annuities are going to earn, but we know that they never lose money if you get one without a rider fee. And so let's say, for instance, it was earning 4% in a year, and that was 24,000. And without compounding in 10 years, that was 240,000 risk-free earnings from money that could have been sitting in cash or earning 1% in a CD, 6 times 10, 60K, or potentially losing money in the bond market. So I would suggest that if you're going to allocate money just for investment purposes to the conservative part of your portfolio, this won't make it. This doesn't make it. This may be okay for some. Bonds, just plain old indexed bonds, government bonds, intermediate term, not so much. That's not where I want to go. So I'm going to put no to having much in any of these, and I'm going to say yes to a fixed indexed annuity.